What's up, people? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Test the audio. What's up, people? Can you hear me? All right, cool, cool, cool. So, what's up, everyone? I'm glad y'all are here today. We're about to go ahead and get this jump started. I mean, how many of y'all know that we are the true American Indians? So many of our people, they don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? We got the Pan Africans out here talking about some, oh, y'all from Africa, yada 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 yada. We came from Africa, yada yada yada. Slave boat this, slave boat that, but they never even gave us a slave boat to look at. Every time they produce the slave boat, they only give us, you know what I'm saying, these sketches, and that's it. So they go on Google and they look up this little college. I guess it's a HBU college, and they say that yeah, these kids is in the Atlantic Ocean and they looking for these slave boats. Meanwhile, these slave boats, it's they never even produce them at all. They never produce them at all. They just give us sketches and they just be like, they leave you with a little cliffhanger. They just say, hey, we still searching, we still looking, we know they're out there, yada yada yada. That's it. What's up, Peanut? What's up? What's up, y'all? Halito, Halito. What's up, y'all? Thank you, thank you. But we're gonna go ahead. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. So we're gonna go ahead and look this up real quick. We're gonna go ahead and look this up. Gotta bring this live stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and look this up. They basically that there is the HBU black students is going around finding slave ships, slave boats. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see that. This is the article they always love running to. They always love running to this. Yeah, the scuba divers. That's it. The scuba divers. It's from the Washington Post. But look at the conjecture that's in this, right? It says a group of black teenagers. Hold up. Gotta get all this. No way. I gotta find me another article. I'm not gonna sign up. Black scuba divers. That's what I want. That's the article I wanted to look at. Black scuba black scuba divers. This is what they do. I was just arguing with my homeboy about that he's a Pan African. Man, they not gonna listen. They can't even prove that they're Africans. The only thing they would do, they would run straight to is this a good article? Yes, sir. Yes, yes. This is what I'm looking for. They got the true transcript and everything. But I just want to get to the point where they talk about, hey, did they find anything? They know they didn't find anything. They didn't find anything. They just said I should play the whole transcript. I wonder will y'all be able to hear it. But let's go.
The Middle Passage refers to the stage of the Atlantic slave trade in which millions of enslaved Africans were forcibly transported to the Americas across the Atlantic Ocean. One group is taking a literal deep dive to discover more of that history and to raise awareness of the implications for people today. Jeffrey Brown has more for our Race Matters and Arts and Culture series, Canvas.
Under
Let's
the
see that.
sea, a magical world. And
Pay
also, if you
attention
look
to
hard
the
enough
conjecture.
and you know how to scuba dive, a living link to America's tortured past. Jay Hagler has seen it.
Combining the importance of history and ancestral memory and understanding how that applies today, combining those things with scuba diving, that was a match made in heaven. Attention everybody, attention on deck. Make sure that you're close to and with your buddy. We have an hour trip to the dive site.
Hagler is part of Diving with a Purpose, a group of primarily black divers who love to go underwater, but also have a larger mission: to find and research sunken ships from the international slave trade.
The stories that we tell are important, and more importantly, the untold stories. These stories, the Guerrero, and then many other ships, as we got more involved in the search for these ships, became exciting because most people haven't heard the story, including myself.
I'm just telling you, they just searching for a dream. That's all they doing. They just looking for a dream. That's it. They ain't gonna find no ships out here. So they're just out here searching the middle of the ocean looking for a shipwreck. And they ain't gonna find it. I'm on YouTube Live. They ain't gonna find it at all. So they said we out here. They listening to these stories, but who did you get these stories from? Who told you these stories? Who told you these old slave stories? That, oh, we got on this ship, they got on this ship, and this shipwreck right here. Oh, if you go to this part of the ocean, you're gonna find that slave ship. Who told you them stories? So you out here chasing the dream that you need to wake up from. Let's continue to play it.
Diving with a Purpose, or DWP, was founded in 2003 by divers Ken Stewart and Brenda Lansendorf to join an ongoing effort to find the remains of the Guerrero, a ship that wrecked on a reef in the Florida Keys in 1827 after a battle with a British warship trying to enforce anti-slave trade laws. Of the 561 enslaved Africans on board, 41 drowned.
So let's do some gear checking.
Tara Roberts, a National Geographic explorer and storytelling fellow, has written on the slave ships, the people on them, and the divers looking for them in a cover story for the magazine titled Hidden No More. That's Jay Hagler in diving gear.
Most people know the name of the Mayflower, the ship that brought the Pilgrims over to the Americas.
Alito.
But who knows the names of the Guerrero or the Henrietta Marie or the São José Paquete de Africa? It's helping bring those lost souls back into memory and honoring them.
Just chasing a dream. I'm telling you, that's all they doing.
Changed, she says, when she first saw a photograph of DWP divers in the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C.
Seeing a picture specifically of black women on this boat in wetsuits, I don't know what it was about them. They looked so free and so joyous. They reminded me of superheroes, and I wanted to be like them.
In 2018, Roberts quit her.
So it's good that you out here looking for these slave ships. Something fictitious. She just said these people look like superheroes to her. Cunitos going out here to go look for a slave boat that didn't exist. These people painted a picture on you. Man, it's just so insane, man. It's so insane that our people believe the lies that these neo-colonists told everyone. And if you don't know what a neo-colonist is, it's a new age colonist. White people today are not the colonizers. It was black or Moors. It was Sephardic Jew, you know what I'm saying? It was a more on more war. These were all melanated people doing this. And if you stay subscribed to me, you're gonna learn that the colonizers were melanated people. They wasn't white people. The white people came in the 18th century. Know what I'm saying? But the ones that was here in the 16th century was nothing but indentured servants that didn't know how to farm, they didn't know how to cook, they didn't know how to do none of this stuff. So how was they capable? How was somebody that's not even capable of cooking, that's not even able to live past the age of 30, go enslave a whole continent? Tell me that. Poor hygiene at all. How is that possible? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's just something you got to wake up from.
Her job with a DC nonprofit and joined the DWP Divers. According to slavevoyages.org, a database of
Slavevoyage.org, a database. And we're going to go there too. I'm going to show you how many records they have. I'm going to show you how many records they got on slavevoyage.org. Is it really 12 million like they say there is? We're going to find out.
Decades of research by scholars at a consortium of universities, more than 36,000 transatlantic voyages were made between 1501 and 1867, carrying some 12.5 million captured people to port.
Look at the number. 12.5 million. We're talking about 12,000,000 or 12.5000000 on the dot, not 12.5123667. No, 12.50000 on the dot. An estimation. Let me tell you something. When you estimating, your number can be anything. Literally anything. It could be so far down from the real number. It's just an estimation. And they would pick up that estimation as if it's the real thing. It's not. Just like when you take your DNA test, they give you estimations. It's just a guess. And they just guessing how many people came over here. They don't know how many people, they don't know how many Africans came over here. That's why they keep giving you all these numbers. Once you learn about the estimation, the game behind estimation, the game behind guessing and all this stuff, you're going to learn all this stuff in history, nothing but fallacies. Let's go.
Ports in the Americas. It's believed 1.8 million lost their lives in the course of the journey known as the Middle Passage.
How they know 1.8 million people lost their life? How they know 1.8 million people lost their life? Where's the records that says that? Again, you just guessing. Nowhere in history have you showed anybody that 1.8 million people lost their lives. Where's the bodies? Where is it? We need this 1.8 million documents to prove this 1.8 million records to prove that 1.8 million people died in the Atlantic slave trade. So again, you're just giving us guesses, and they're not educated. They're not educated.
1,000 shipwrecks have been recorded, yet fewer than 10 have ever been located.
Yeah, look at the sketches.
Diving with a Purpose is part of the Slave Wrecks Project, an international group of researchers and institutions hosted by the National Museum of African American History and Culture, combining maritime archaeology with training and community engagement.
Welcome back.
Howard Roberts recalls coming upon an anchor when she
1 second,
wrote what are
y'all.
believed.
1 second. Okay, my bad, y'all. I had to duty calls, know what I'm saying? I had to see what's up with my children that just woke up. But let's continue though. But we just recapping on what was just stated. Halito family, Halito. But yeah, these are just sketches. Nothing more than just sketches. So I don't understand why our people just believe this junk, man. It's so crazy. It's crazy to me. But as y'all seen, let's bring it back just a little bit. You see how they writing shit on the water?
An international group of
Bring it back just a little
Diving
bit.
with a Purpose is part of
Diving with a purpose.
Ever been located and studied. Diving with a Purpose is part of the Slave Wrecks Project, an international group of researchers and institutions hosted by the National Museum of African American History and Culture, combining maritime archaeology with training and community engagement. Welcome back. Tara Roberts recalls coming upon an anchor when she dove what are believed to be the wrecks of two Danish ships, Fredericus Quartus and Christianus Quintus, that sank off the...
Pause. Pay attention to the conjecture. Listen to what the man said.
Welcome back. Tara Roberts recalls coming upon an anchor when she dove what are believed to be the wrecks of two Danish ships.
Now, look at that. Look, man, let's make this bigger. Look at that. So, going into the water. Oh, this looked like the ship, a Danish ship. You're looking at rotten wood covered in coral reefs. And you just automatically knew what that was. Oh, that's the Danish ship riding underwater. Look at that in coral reefs. So you can tell me, can y'all tell me what ship that is? Just by looking at that, if that even is a ship, if that even is wood. Can you look at that and just tell me exactly what slave ship that was? Where's the name? Where's the name? We talking about a ship from 16, 18 or 17 or something. We talk about approximately about 400 years, and you telling me you know exactly from 400 years ago, exactly that spot. That's what a Danish ship was. Man, come on now. And it says she believed.
Fredericus Quartus and Christianus Quintus that sank off the coast of Costa Rica in 1710.
So it's very surreal. And then to see this artifact from the 17th.
It's very surreal. They know it's fiction. They know it's a lie.
1800s, and to know the history attached to that artifact.
Look at that. Look. If that's a slave ship, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? That's why I want to know, where's the rest of it? Because if you look at whoever, this person in the red shirt, if you look at their size compared to whatever the hell that is, that's nowhere near a ship. Nowhere near. It just looked like a whole bunch of coral reefs all together on a rock. That's what it looks like. Like, what is that? This is the slave ship? And you smiling and cheesing? How much they paid you? How many racks they paid you to come on here and say that BS is a slave ship? We gotta know how much they paid you, fam. It is a setup. Look at it. It's on PBS News. PBS News, man. And it ain't even that deep. It's not even that deep. So really all they've been doing is just being on the coast, you know what I'm saying? Looking on the coast, looking for something on the coast. If this happened on the coast, where's the rest of it? Because evidently that whole ship should be out there. Look, they in, like the brother just said, they in shallow water. Don't get out of here, man.
This is just an amazing moment to actually put my eyes on this piece of history.
It really is
Now let's look at the rest of this shit. What is this?
actually, I would call
Go back. Let's look at that. They look like a whole bunch of crates
It
and
really
shit.
is.
So that's what that is. That's a slave. That's still look. That's still not even, bro. That's not even big enough. Still, look at their size. 2 human bodies. Look at their size, and think about the blueprints that we allegedly seen of the slave ship. It looked like a freaking warehouse pallet. And look, what we just seen was a hunk of wood decomposed, right? That shit almost still look new, especially the shit right behind them. It still look kind of new. So I really feel like they put that right there, because if this is like approximately 300, 400 years tops, and your wood still look like it's in almost mint condition back there, something wrong here. I suspect foul play. Compared to the first thing you showed us. The first thing you showed us, I can let that pass. But this right here, I cannot let that pass, because look right behind them. Come on, man. It's foul play.
Is actually, I would call spiritual.
Jay Haglett
It's spiritual.
made more than 1,000 dives at several sites around the world.
And going down and searching for the ship, we're like a crime scene investigator.
And how they know that was a slave ship? If it was a boat, let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say it was a boat, right? How you know it wasn't a boat made from the original people of America? How you know you didn't stumble across that? You just went across some wood and just automatically assumed that that's that, right? That's it.
Because slavery is literally the biggest crime, global crime, in the history of
Slavery
mankind.
was not no
One of
crime.
the best known wrecks is the Clotilda, burned and sunk purposely by its owners in Alabama's Mobile Bay to hide the evidence of its illegal voyage in 1860. It's the subject of renewed.
First of all, slavery was not outlawed by the British. It was not outlawed. They still allowed people to do it, because by this time they were still sending indentured servants still to the 18th century. Even in the 18th century, we still had indentured servants coming over here. So it was not outlawed. It was just illegal for them to have Indian slaves, us. It was illegal for them to do that anymore, because we kept liberating ourselves anyway. The Kitawa, Pumunki, Powhatans, all of us, we kept liberating ourselves. So eventually they made it illegal, but they did not make it illegal. They did not make slavery illegal. Yeah, he pulled that junk out of the swamp. Anybody could have put that right there. But that's what I'm saying, though. Slavery was not outlawed, and even to this day, it's still not outlawed. They doing it today. So how is it outlawed? Y'all lying. They wasn't burning no boats. If they was burning boats, the only thing you're going to give us is some sketches.
Huge interest now with a National Geographic documentary, a book on its history,
A sense of pride.
and
Look.
another documentary that
Look.
recently premiered at Sundance.
I bet it was
focusing
made by
on
a
the
white man.
descendants of the more than 100 enslaved brought on the ship from West Africa. Indeed, it's the continuing connections these wrecks have to today that motivate those in diving with a purpose. Roberts has a new 6-part National Geographic podcast, part travelogue, part
Appreciate it,
memoir,
Willie.
titled Into the Depths, to explore past and present.
I wonder if black divers would notice different details, if they would focus on finding artifacts that help us understand the full humanity of the captive Africans. I hope that people come away knowing some facts that they didn't know before. I hope that
But did y'all pay attention to what he said when they found that inside of the water? They said, we believe it is a Dutch ship. They did not say, yes, it is the Dutch ship. Let me go right back to that part where he said it. This is what the old man said.
ships, Fredericus Cordis and Christiana.
I'm gonna bring.
Our Rob
Now this is what he said.
and studied. Diving with a Purpose is part of the Slave Wrecks Project, an international group of researchers and institutions hosted by the National Museum of African American History and Culture, combining maritime to ports in the Americas. It's believed 1.8 million lost their lives in the course of the journey known as the Middle Passage.
Conjecture.
Around 1,000 shipwrecks have been recorded, yet fewer than 10 have ever been located and studied.
Fewer than 10. And those 10 could be just anybody just delivering any type of goods, or somebody just simply coming here. It could be Africans coming here on their own free will. It could be Arabs riding over here. You never know who it could have been. Y'all just automatically assume. That's why y'all keep throwing up that word believe, conjecture. It's a possibility. We're uncertain. That's basically what believe means.
Diving with a Purpose is part of the Slave Wrecks Project, an international National Museum of African American History and Culture. Combined time Welcome back. Cara Roberts recalls coming upon an anchor when she dove what are believed to be the wreck.
You heard what he said?
Coming upon an anchor when she dove what are believed to be the wrecks of 2 Danish ships.
Coming upon an anchor. And what they believed to be Danish ships. They're not telling you these are Danish ships. They just said, we don't know if it's Danish ship. This is the same case scenario when you give estimations. We're just giving you a theory. It's up to the watcher of the video or the reader or researcher to believe that is a Danish ship. That's why they keep saying believe. So when it comes back on them, they're going to be like, I never said it was a Danish ship. I just said, we believe it is. They play with y'all. They keep playing with y'all. And my people sit up here, will believe, take the word belief as in, yes, that's correct. That's facts.
Wrecks is the Clotilda, burned and sunk.
See, they took that little stick out. When he was talking about the Clotilda.
In the history of mankind.
One of the best known wrecks is the Clotilda, burned and sunk purposely by its owners in Alabama's Mobile Bay.
Did the Clotilda go down to Mississippi? Did the Clotilda go down to Mississippi? And how big was the Clotilda? How big was the Mississippi? How you know these boats wasn't constructed in America? And how do you know these boats was just designed to go up and down the Mississippi in the rivers? Did y'all know the Mississippi used to be called an ocean before? During that April, I believe it was April and March, sometimes the Mississippi gets so big, like it floods, it becomes as big as an ocean. Back in those times, we talk about before the dams. So you telling me you don't think the Clotilda, if it did exist, you don't think it was designed for that purpose, to go back and forth between the Mississippi or go up and down the Mississippi? You don't think so? I'm just saying.
To hide the evidence of its...
But they said they took this stick out. They took this stick out and they automatically assume this how they play.
Best known wrecks is...
You see how they took that stick out and they all of a sudden say Clotilda.
The Clotilda, burned...
Where on that damn stick says Clotilda? Where on that damn stick, where it says Clotilda? It doesn't say, yeah, we're going to skip up.
I hope that people come away knowing some facts that they didn't know before. I hope that they fall in love with these divers in the same way that I have. I hope people are inspired to actually come be a part of the work.
I think it was a great year, did some outstanding work. With that said, we're going to recognize our new advocates.
Getting a new generation involved is key, says Jay
Brainwashing the next generation.
Hagler. Diving with a Purpose runs programs for young people across the country, as well as in
They just want to dive. That's it. They ain't trying to do shit.
Mozambique and Costa Rica.
The hook is diving.
Now they're talking about Costa Rica. See, this is what they're doing. They sitting up there going around the places with the Caribbeans. Yes, the boats was, come on now. Yes, we know boats came to the Caribbeans. My bad. We know the ships, well, not ships, boats came to the Caribbean. We know boats was destroyed by the Arawak Indians in the Caribbean. It doesn't mean those boats were slave ships. Those was boats traveling to the Caribbeans. They wasn't, man, my people is gone. They literally, these people in this video right here, they're gone.
Diving is so exciting. And once they start diving, then we give them a purpose. We say, hey, how about learning about history? And then the world is their oyster.
Is there an understanding that a lot will never be found?
Yes, there is.
What did he say? It will never be found because it don't exist. It will never be found because it don't exist.
And the important part of this entire journey is literally telling the untold American story. If we do not find the ship, that doesn't mean that
What do you say?
If we do not find the part of this entire journey is literally telling the untold American story.
Telling the untold American story, a made-up ass story. A made-up ass story.
If we do not find the ship, that doesn't mean that we do not tell the story. As long as our young people take the mantle and tell those stories, that's what's important.
For now, researchers and
Brainwashing the young,
including members of Diving with a Purpose, continue to search for the Guerrero and other ships. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Jeffrey Brown.
They're going to keep searching. They're going to keep searching. And they're never going to find this shit. You see what they did? A whole bunch of conjecture, a whole bunch of, oh, I believe, this, it, this, that. Then they're going to end it up with a bang. Did you know, or do you understand that you might never find these ships? Yes, we do understand. It's because the shit didn't exist. It's because the shit didn't exist. That's the reason. It didn't exist. We're going to slavevoyage.org. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Slavevoyage.org. I'm going to show y'all something. Now, on the website on slavevoyage.org, it says the Slave Voyage website is a collaborated digital initiative that compels and makes publicly accessible records. My bad, I'm messing all up. Of the largest slave trade in history. Search these records to learn about the broad origins and forced relocations of more than 12 million. Oh, they said, now they're going up. They said more than 12 million. More than 12 million African people who were sent across the Atlantic slave ships. So since y'all saying more than 12 million, do y'all have 12 million or more than 12 million documents, records? We're not talking about databases. Because if you inputting something from a database, that means you got something tangible right next to you to make this data, right? To make this database. So I want to know what piece of paper that you have that gave you 12 million people on a database. So let's see. We are the Black American Indians. That's what's up. Yes, we are. So let's see. Let's go to this database real quick. Let's look at his database. This is the database. It says 36,071 entries. You see this? It tell you the vessel's name, the captain's name, and all this stuff. So let's click this. Let's see. You see, we ain't getting no tangible record. From Portugal, sold slaves in America, slaves disembarked in Americas, not captured, delivered slaves for original owners. What year? What year is this? Portugal, Brazil. Does it give you the year? 1817. That's what they say, 1817. So this is a database on the damn vessel. But is you gonna give me how many people was on it? How many people allegedly was on this vessel? Is y'all gonna let me? Damn, how did I just do that shit? There we go. Duration 190 days. If this was a slave ship and you was on a boat for 190 days, how many? That's like what? 3 months, 4 months. Voyage duration, home port to disembarkment in days 190. How many months is 190 days? In months. So we got 6 months. 6 months to Brazil. So we talking 6 months to Brazil. No food, no water, cramped up together, gangrene, not to mention that you might be pregnant, not to mention diseases, sickness, and you saying in one spot for 6 months, 190 days for 6 months. It's right on slave voyage order. It says voyage duration, home port to disembark in days. Duration of captives crossing in days. All right, now we got 74 days. How many days is 74 days? We talking no food, no water. You're in one spot. This 2.4 months. 2.4 months. But we still got the whole voyage of 190 days. So what I'm saying is freaking impossible. Have y'all ever seen the Atlantic Ocean? Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let me show you. I just want to put your mind in that perspective. We're going to go to YouTube. I want to show you the Atlantic Ocean waves. Look at this. Look at this. Look. So you telling me you going 2 months at the bottom of the boat in angry ocean like that? Let's skip on through. Turn that off. Look. This boat can barely survive that. And we talking straight up titanium. We talking a transatlantic slave trade. We talking about a wooden boat going through the Atlantic Ocean. The ocean that always have a storm on it. Always a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. 24/7. Always storming. And you telling me a wooden boat can make it 2 months, blah, 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 holding a whole bunch of people. I want you to visually look at this shit. We need something more crucial. Look at it. You know you getting destroyed. You know you getting destroyed. I don't care what you talking about. You know your boat getting destroyed. Yes, even the captains would go insane. They know they would be scared, man. They know they would be scared. Like I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let's look at this right here. The Montique captives. Do we got, see, this one don't even tell you how many days. Let me see. Does it tell you how many days? This one don't even tell you how many days because it's capped. It's capped. But this is just right here. This is data entries, y'all. This is nothing more than data entries. This is not tangible records. This is somebody creating something based off their own idea. But let's go to the tangible records. Let's see how many documentations that they actually have. How many records do they actually really have? So we're going to go all the way down. And they actually admit down here about 95,000 people actually made it to America. That's what they say. So that that bring the numbers all the way down. But we're gonna go to the documents. Forget those sketches. We need to be looking at this, the documents. So we click the first document, right? And we see it is how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, we'll just say approximately 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, and some of them don't have it. So let's just be fair. Let's just say approximately 39 slaves per boat. We're going to count these documents as the boat, right? So how many documents we have? We got 171 documents. And let's just say approximately 31 columns. So let's take out the calculator. I'm giving you approximately, this is still an estimation, but this is an estimation of tangible records. 31 times 171. How many slaves we really got? We got 5,301 approximately. 5,301 approximately. Based off the records, Register of Africans from, look at the names. Register of Africans. Register of Africans from Schooner, Virginia. Register of Africans from, look, they just tell you the name of the slave ships. That's all. That's all they doing. But we talking about, it looks like the oldest document they have is 1819. So slave voyage record, where the hell you get this 12 million from? Because all we see is 171 documents and approximately 31 columns. We got 5,301 slaves. So where the hell you get this outrageous number? Oh, I know how. Estimations. When you estimate, you could put your number anywhere. You could just guess any number. I could say 3 billion slaves came here. I could literally say 3 billion slaves came here. It's an estimate. Approximately. That's what it is. That's the same thing I just did. But I did it straight off their documents. What they have on their paper, on their website. They don't have no real slave ship either. These are just sketches. Look. Just sketches. No real boat. But if you type in the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party boat, if slavery was such a big event in history, and they had, more than 1,000 boats, how come you don't got not one at all? But somehow in some way, you still have the Boston Tea Party boat. It says the Boston Tea Party boats, ships, and museum. It's a damn museum. Why don't you have a slave museum, a slave voyage museum of ships, especially Britain? Look at them. You see how they dressed up, even though they ain't look like that. They were black people. But look, that is one of the biggest boats. One of the biggest boats they could have. This is what you would call a cargo slave ship. I mean, this is what you would call a cargo ship. This is the best they got. I'm telling you. Like, there ain't no way I can make it bigger. And look, they reconstructed it. They kept it up. They kept the thing up and all that. Look, they ain't gonna let me make the look, and there go their little sketch. They sketched the shit. They sketched it. They made plenty of sketches of the thing to make it look like, oh, it's huge. It's real huge. But they messing with you. They're messing with your mental. They messing with your mental. Shoot, where that boat at? I need a good size of that boat. They messing with your mental. Look at the size of that boat. Look at it. And you can't say, oh, you couldn't have no, we ain't had no slave ships. We burnt them all up. You lying. You burnt them all up. You never had no slave ships. It's insane, bro. It's freaking insane. But you got this, though. You got that one, though. That's the reason it doesn't make no sense. So it's like when you catch them in their lies, what the hell do they have after that? Nothing but more conjecture, nothing but more what ifs, nothing but more conspiracy theories, just nothing but more lies. That's all they have. So we're gonna tap in real quick. Indians, the Black Indians. We're gonna go to this book right here. No, we're gonna take that one off. We're gonna go to this book right here. The Geographical and Historical Dictionary of America in the West Indies. We're talking 1812. 1812. Right? What's up, bro? What's up, Unc? Straight up indoctrination. Facts. Godfrey, man. Nothing but indoctrination. And that's like when I debated Port City and I gave him all that information, he still ran back to conjecture, man. Nothing but theories. He ran back to that monkey shit after I told him, look, you're calling yourself a monkey. Here's the information. Here's the facts. Here's more fossils to prove that everybody came out of America and modern bones was there before Lucy. The man still ran to conjecture. I'm telling you, indoctrination is real. It got a hold on our people, especially those is 40 years old and up. Know what I'm saying? No disrespect to y'all. Those of y'all that woke up, shoot, I congratulate you if you up there at that age. But these rest of these cats, man, is over with. Now, this is an account from Christopher Columbus. Somebody documented it, right? This is about the Caribbeans. It says the Bahama Islands, when discovered by Columbus, are stated to have been inhabited by a numerous race of Indians of a mild and peaceable disposition, indolent in their habits, and little if all accustomed to their cultivation of the soil. They are described as being of a dark and dingy hue, with long black hair, with their bodies painted with different colors. You see what they saying? What Christopher Columbus came to Caribbeans? What Indians he saw? What Indians he saw? He said these Indians were dark and dingy. Don't think of dingy like your clothes. I'm going to show you the proper definition of dingy. In a dingy hue with long black hair. Bro, let me tell you about these nations. Let me take a shot of my crown real quick. Cause this shit got me going, man. It says, let me finish reading the rest of that right there though. I'm gonna get to the definition. It says many thousands of these unfortunate people are stated to have been carried over by the Spaniards. Did y'all notice that the Jamaicans have an Ireland accent? Here's the thing, a lot of y'all don't know. A lot of Jamaicans are the real original people of Ireland. There really is. Now, a lot of them is the original Arawak Indians, and there is a couple of indenture serving Africans there, and there's a couple of Moors there as well. Literally Jamaica's one big mixing pot. So you could understand why they say they this, they that, they this, they that. But one thing I never hear them say, they are the original islanders. Their tongue, their accent is literally from Ireland. Y'all can do this research yourself. Go look up and see how the Islanders sound. All right. Their subsequent settlements and compelled to work in the mines of South America. The early accounts of the Bahama Islands after their discovery are, however, extremely obscure, dark, hidden. Why they hiding things about the Caribbeans? Thank you. He said you guys are the Native Americans. Indians are from India. They are, well, we get the point, but I'm gonna have to disagree with the term Native American too, because that's a governmental name. That's a governmental people. Fake, those are fake people. Native simply means you're born in a country. Native simply means you're born in a country. So no, I'm not a Native American, but if you want to address me as the original people of America, you can call me by my tribe, Kitawa, or Chata, or the Pamunkey people of Virginia and North Carolina. But I also got the Moorish blood too. Just a little thing, a little knowledge about myself for y'all on YouTube. I'm usually a TikTok streamer, but I just said, you know what? I'm finna leave this TikTok mess alone because you know what? They keep on banning me. Original, I see, I can go with that. Original American, I can go with that. I appreciate that. But they keep on banning me. They just canceled my live yesterday because Port City guy on there sitting up there trying to come at Earth Speaks. Some of y'all, this is probably words y'all, names of people y'all don't even know. But if y'all go to TikTok, y'all know who I'm talking about. But he came on my live, he sabotaged it, got a mass report about a whole bunch of Native Americans. So I had got restricted to Saturday, February 26th, and I was like, you know what? I sent out a public announcement. I sent it to my tribe. I sent it to my group as well. I said, you know what? I'm finna start going live on TikTok. on YouTube from now on, because TikTok is biased against me. They let all these other people come at me. Man, I be pushing up to 200 to 300 viewers, literally. So I say, you know what? I don't mind starting back over on YouTube and getting that knowledge and getting my name out there on YouTube. It don't matter to me. But shoot, man, that shit was crazy, man. Yeah, they took me down. They restricted me. They restricted me for about a week now until next Saturday. So when I go live on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna tell everybody, look, I'm just gonna be live on YouTube. If you come to YouTube, I'll leave something up for 30 minutes on TikTok, so you can come over there. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come to YouTube to see where I'm at. YouTube is a little more lenient. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. I could deal with it. But other than that, let's go. But you see, it says they're hiding a lot of things about the Caribbeans. It said there appears secretly any trace of the original Indian inhabitants. There appears scarcely, my bad, any trace of the original Indian inhabitants. They are there. They're there. They're just mixed. Just like how a lot of us is mixed with different tribes now. They're there. They're just mixed. Their bloodline is still there. We ain't talking about no Taino. Taino is a fake. It's another fake tribe created by the Spaniards. Taino, that's a Spanish name. It's a Spanish name. So how the hell? I'm gonna tell you this: if you a part of any tribe that's a Spanish name, such as Navajo, Pueblo, things like that, you a fake tribe. You calling yourself Taino, you a fake tribe. Those are Spanish tribes. That's made up tribes, bro. That's why I be clowning these Native Americans. Y'all sitting up here be lying. Y'all know y'all not the real ones, bro, because you calling yourself a Spanish name. You calling yourself a Spanish tribe, man. That's crazy. Know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming back, Matt. We're not Abo. Well, we are Aboriginal. I'm not even gonna say no. Y'all need to understand what Tamari was. Tamari was from Florida all the way to Louisiana. Tamari was not the whole North America. That's one thing y'all need to understand. We had the original Babylon here. We had the original Palestine here. We had the original Assyrians here. So this whole place could not be the so-called Egypt. I keep saying that over and over again on TikTok, but this is my first time saying it on YouTube. Tamari is not the whole entire United States. That's what I'm gonna just say. It's not. It's from Florida, from North Carolina, to Mississippi, to Louisiana. Some say they migrated from the Yucatan. But I'm gonna say that for another day. I'll show y'all that. That's another thing our people's literally miseducated on, because a lot of people coming up to this knowledge, They just passing on what they learning from everybody else. Like, for example, from like Rashad Jamal, y'all just keep repeating the stuff over and over again. Then when somebody asks y'all, okay, where you got this from? Where's the literature? Where's the sources? Yada, yada, yada. They go back and say, oh, I got this from this guy. Okay, this guy still ain't reproved his lineage or who he was. He can't even tell me his 5th generation grandmother. But somehow he an Indian. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm one of those. You got to prove who you is, and I'm the type of individual that help you find out who you are too. I help individuals find out who they are. I help you do your genealogy. Know what I'm saying? And no, I do not charge a lot. I don't charge high. This is your people. This is your family. You got to find out what you is. I'm trying to help you get back what was stripped from you. Know what I'm saying? But no, it's not to marry. It's not to marry. I say the oldest name of the whole entire Americas, the oldest name that I found in sources was Amaraka Kapana. Amaraka Kapana. Or Amaru. But that's the oldest I ever found. But I have not found Tamari to be the oldest. I seen Tamari in the book of Queen Mu, but I found older books that said Amaraka Kapana. But I'm gonna leave it at that. But for what they said about the Caribbeans, the first account of the Indians in the Caribbeans, it is stated that they are dark and dingy. So let's look up what dingy is. What is dingy? Okay, we're gonna go to the etymology dictionary. And we're gonna look up dingy, right? Like I said, don't think of dingy as your clothing, because dingy don't mean that. Dingy is right here. Dingy is literally mean having a dull and brownish color. When they say brownish, you could be red brown, you could be yellowish brown, you could be orange brown. You're a brownish, or you could be just simply brown like chocolate, dark brown. But it's a dull. You'll be like an ashy brown. But when you sit up here saying that yellow, that Native Americans, is you trying to call that brown? No, sir. That is called fallow. 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 That means pale yellow and pale red. That means I can see your blood in your skin, and you are the complexion of yellow, the closest thing to white. You're not the closest thing to dark. Know what I'm saying? But no, they are not yellow. I mean, they are not dingy. They are not copper color either. But dingy relates to black person, Negro. See? So when you go back to the literature, it literally is saying the Indians we found in the Caribbeans are dark and Negro hue when you take out that word dingy. All right? So this right here, let me go to a better one. This right here, this book is from 1632. The General Histories of Virginia, New England, and the Sumar Isles. And the Sumar Isles, with the names of the adventurers, planters, and the governors from their first beginning in 1584 to the present 1626. Also maps and depictions of all of the whole country of those countries. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to it. We're gonna go straight to Captain Smith's account. Captain Smith's account. It says 2 days after the Powhatans, having disfigured himself in the most fearfulest, you know, these things old books where the S look like an elf. Fearfulest manner, he could cause Captain Smith to be brought forth to a great house in the woods, and there upon a mat by the fire to be left alone. Not long after, from behind a mat that divided the house was made the most dullest The dullest noise he ever heard. Know what I'm saying? And he said, then it says, here go the part right here. Then the Powhatans, more like a devil than a man, with some 200 more as black as himself. What'd he say? What'd he say? What he just say? The color of the Powhatans? We talk about Captain Smith, one of the first guys. We talk about one of the first colonies, Plymouth. We're talking about pilgrims. Captain Smith saying the Indians he ran into were black as himself. Boy, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's like we don't know. It's crazy that y'all don't know. I'm talking about the indoctrinated ones. Y'all don't know this history. Peace, God, King Joshua, peace. What did Godfrey say? Appreciate your research and the ability to question American nonsense scholars who brought us history. Man, shoot, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It took me so long to figure this stuff out. A lot of YouTubing, a lot of reading books, a lot of talking to people, man. A lot of going through the phases of breaking all their indoctrination, man. Especially when I used to be a Hebrew Israelite too, man. This stuff was crazy, bro. And it says, thank you, young brother, for coming over here to continue to enlighten the people. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Thank you. But you see, we talking about 1632, y'all. 1632. This is the closest thing, the closest information to Jamestown, Virginia, to the first time these people came to America. And they literally telling you that these people are black. These people are black. You can't run from this. You can't run from this. Let's go on to another one. And this is just for the other one too. Just another. This talking about some being great as the Shikahawks. Shaganaks, I think there's others in Waganakis. See, it's kind of hard saying this shit because it's old. Wigho Kamakis. Kamakos or something like that. Another Indian I haven't even heard of. But there's a lot of Indians out here. A lot of tribes out here that the government know about, but he act like he not going to acknowledge them. But we getting down to right here, where it says their hair is generally black, but few have any beards. He said, but few have any beards. But few have any beards. What that tells you, when the Native Americans come to you and be like, why you got a beard? The Native Americans ain't had no beards. The true American Indians did have beards. They just shaved them off. It was a culture to shave the hair off your body. Look at our people today. Look at all the little baby face people we got in our culture today, and our people with our people today, our nations today. Everybody likes shaving their damn face. Come on now. You think the European man came up with shaving their face? What did the Moors do? The Moors made the European, let me take that back, because the original European, they're black Moors too. The wild man, you think the wild man came up with shaving? The wild man ain't came up with no shaving. He ain't came up with no shaving, fam. I'm telling you, he ain't came up with no shaving. All this, a lot of stuff that we do in America today is our culture. Even when it comes down from a corporate thing, from a business mind, from music to food, from apparel, we did all this. And they making it seem like, oh, y'all just now started doing this in the 1980s, 1970s, year 2000. No, we've been doing this. We're just repeating our history over and over and over again. Our culture over and over again, man. Just know we shaved ourselves. We shaved our beards off our face. Our ancestors shaved their beards off their face. A general history of the Americans, of their custom, manners, and colors. All right? We talking 1806. Even the drawing from the storage didn't make sense. Shh. Is you talking about the slave ships, Godfrey? Now look right here. This is talking about some Africans too. But in this book, look, it says, of the color of the Americans, Columbus, at his first landing on the New World, was surprised to see within 4 degrees of the equator men who were not black. What you mean by black? Let me show y'all what black is. Because y'all think, the people of the world today think this is black. That's not black. Let me show you what black is. Let's type in the Sudanese. The Sudanese. I'm probably going to spell it wrong or give it down, but we got it. The Sudanese people. When we say black, we talking black. My Indian, my Moor. We talking black. We're not talking brown. We're talking black. Now, there's plenty of African tribes are black. Now, in those times, what they keep telling you over and over and over again in these history books, that the Africans are black. How did the brown skin come? Well, if you understand the history of the Indian slave trade, a lot of our ancestors was taken to Liberia, Congo, West Africa. A lot of original Americans, their bloodline is still there on the west coast of Africa. The Portuguese was taking our ancestors from the Caribbeans, from Jamestown, Virginia, to West Africa. And also, if y'all don't know nothing about the Pacific slave trade, know what I'm saying? A lot of people from the Pacific slave trade was taken to the west coast of Africa, to the Portuguese settlements. A lot of people don't know about this stuff, but slavery literally did happen in reverse too. They was shipping slaves everywhere. They was trading Africans from American Indians. They was trading American Indians for the East Indians. They was trading East Indians for Africans. We was getting tossed and turned everywhere. We out of place. Real talk. There's melanated beings out of place on this earth, not within their borders anymore. It ain't just the African, man. People from Indonesia, the Fiji people, we got that Fiji bloodline over here too. I'm telling y'all, man, there's a lot of stuff about slavery from 1492 all the way to 1872 that y'all don't understand. But y'all gonna see, as long as y'all be riding with me and stay subscribed, keep on jumping on the lives every Saturday. I'm a divide the plan, man. I might go live every Saturday, every Friday on YouTube. But I'm saying, man, y'all gotta stay with it. Y'all gotta come with it. Y'all gotta understand. But this is what they mean when they say we seen black as the African. We seeing these type of people on the West Coast. We seeing these people on the West Coast. We talk about before migration. You know what I'm saying? So get the understanding when they said black. So look, Christopher Columbus said when he came to the equator, he was surprised that these people weren't black. So that tells you right there, climate don't got shit to do with our skin color. Living in light and darkness got something to do with our skin color. If you living in darkness, the less melanin you're gonna have. But if you're living in light, the more melanin you're gonna have. All right, so there should be a joy to y'all about the certain origins of certain people. Just letting you know. But well, he said this. He said that they were not black. He suspected that he had mistaken the latitude, not conceiving it possible that in the same parallels on the two continents, the Africans should have a black skin and crisp. We talking crunchy. Our hair, you know what I'm saying? If you look at my hair is not crunchy. My hair is very, very coarse, curly, woolly. Know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's different types of woolly hair. Not all woolly hair is the same. We got different textures, different curls. Y'all look at it, like I said, my hair is not crunchy, but it says it's crisp and woolly hair. No, we're not making fun of the African. No, we're not. We're not making fun of them. But when you look at their hair, let's zoom in on grandma real quick. When you zoom in on the hair, know what I'm saying? When you see, there is a difference. There's a strong difference when it comes down to our hair and their hair. There's a strong difference. No, I don't want to get him. Who else can we get? They said crisp. How the hair looks. Now y'all know God dang well what the hell I'm talking about. We talking crisp, but all our hair is not the same. Now if you want to base it off hair, like, oh, you came from Africa, blah blah blah, cause look at your hair. Okay, go to Africa and find somebody that got the hair like I got. Cause everybody that got hair like I got, the way how my hair is set up, know what I'm saying? They over here in America, most definitely in the South. And I don't got no white man blood, no white woman blood in my family. All I got, I already told you what I got. I just got Moors. Anything outside of me is Moors or somebody that probably came from the Philippines or Indonesia, somewhere else. If we dealing with the Pacific slave trade, but that's it. That's it. Hey, Naturalism, I'm sure a lot of TikTok followers will come and watch now if they knew Black lives are way better. I don't know what you mean by that, but shoot, we the ones that's popping on the earth. We the trendsetters. Everybody know we the trendsetters. And Godfrey said Dane Calloway got something on that right under your, right under your about TikTok he made 4 hours ago. I'm gonna have to check that out. I have to go to Dane Calloway, see what he got over there. But yeah, they got crisp woolly hair. The Americans, a skin of copper color with hair long and straight. How many of our women, let's look at our women today. American, matter of fact, I don't even have to do that. Watch this. I could just show you. It's on my YouTube. I could just show you. Let me show you. Because when I grow my hair, when it get real long, back then when I had locks, before I locked it up, my hair was all the way down here. Once it grew out, it didn't just, know what I'm saying, just kept going up. It grew out and it started going down, but it was wavy. It was kind of wavy straight. Now I'm saying, I don't know why these other nations think our hair is just short and just a damn circle and that's it. I don't know what the hell is going on with their mindset. Like, who are y'all to speak for us? We know our own hair. We know who we are. We know how our shit grow. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that they think like that. So we go to Naturalism of Yahweh. And I'm gonna go to where's she at? No, it's in my shorts. Yeah, right here.
Hi guys, so for those of you wondering where Color gets his hair from, it's his grandmother, as you can see. This is where he gets his hair from on his father's side of the family. So you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Marquita Wilson. I'm Cora's grandmother, and my grandmother was Cherokee Indian.
Cherokee.
Okay, so he has Cherokee Indian. Hi guys, so.
Oh, okay, cool. But look at that. Look how our hair look. Did they not say? Amaruka Amaruca Kapana. Amaraka Kapana. You can say Amaruca Kapana, Amaraka Kapana. There it is right there. But if you look at her hair, you see how it's wavy and straight? Still straight. Now look at the little babies. His hair is like that too. Now look at her. Look at the Cherokee woman. We all got hair like this, bro. If you let your hair just grow out, I'm talking about 7 inches, 9 inches, I guarantee, and shoot, it's going to grow down. Eventually it's going to grow down, but and plus the stuff we put in our head too, the bear fat and all the other stuff. Come on now. But it's also said we had copper colored skin. When we say copper colored skin, we talking about the copper color ore. We're not talking about a penny that been dipped in some chemicals to get bright. We talking about the copper. From now on, when y'all say y'all copper color and somebody take out a penny, talk shit to them. We talking about the copper ore. The copper ore. Our ancestors was pulling out the copper ore and giving it to these colonizers. We say copper color, that's what we talking about. Copper color ore. Is that the complexion of Native Americans today? No, it's not. These are 4 different coppers. We got green, we got blue, we got like a sapphire color. Then we got the brown copper. You see what I'm saying? Look at it. Now you tell me, do the Native Americans today, do they share any of those complexions? I'm talking about as a nation. Don't give me like 1 or 2 people. Do the Native Americans share that complexion? I bet you I match that complexion more than anybody else in the Native Americans nations. Hey, I know you're discussing a topic, but I'm gonna make this real short. I'm not really gonna go really in depth into the flat Earth theory, but I'm gonna show you the most accurate flat Earth map that's out there. Let's go to it. Let's go. Who's it made from? It's made by Monty, Urbano Montes, 1857. Whenever y'all want to talk about something dealing with slave trade or anything else dealing with maps, I encourage you to use this map only. This is one of the most accurate flat Earth maps out there. It's called Urbano Montes Massive Map of the Earth, 1587. Now, I want to go somewhere where I can zoom in on it. Map blog. No, it should be somewhere I can zoom in on this joint. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. Okay. This is why I said it's the most accurate. Because we got the 4 great islands in the center, along with more islands. Then we got Greenland, Terra Valley. We got the center. And also, we got the Asiatic with the Strait of Annan still here, popping off. We got Mu, that's allegedly no longer here. We got the owls right here that so-called Asia talking about some, oh, we just now discovered. Did y'all see that video where Japan said, oh, we just discovered 7,000 islands? Know what I'm saying? They knew those islands was here. Here they all is right here. Then we got the land that's close by with the Dracons. Got me, my Niji. Then we still got the Giants here popping off. We got the Giants popping off in the distant lands that's now covered in ice, allegedly. But this map was in the 1500s, so guess what? In the 1500s, we did not have the ice ring. This is something that happened more recent. Your ice age probably happened there in a span of 100 years or something like that. And they lied to you. But other than that, I love these old maps. It can literally show you, like, hey, how did the Atlantic slave trade really happen? If it did happen, we got Philo popping off. You know what I'm saying? But it show you how it happened. Like, if it did happen, it happened in a way like they going across. They're coming across over here, and they surfing the coast. That's how I see it happening. But them going in the angry seas, I highly doubt it's happening like that. Maybe in those times the waters probably was calmer, but no, it's not calm now. But also the Pacific slave trade, which I might do a live on. We got the Moors getting everybody from these islands just traveling straight on down until we hit California, until we hit Mexico. And by the way, that's where a lot of Mexicans came from. They came from the Pacific Ocean. That's why a lot of Mexicans look Asiatic today. You know what I'm saying? That's why they look Asiatic today. So, if you want this map, I'm going to show you it again. It's called the Urbano. I'm going to highlight it right here. I'm going to go see if my wife wants real quick. It's called the Urbano Montes Enormous Map 1587. Back at it. Had to check out, see what my wife wanted real quick. But like I said, if you wanted this flat drop, you go ahead and get the Urbanos Montes Enormous Map 1587. That was just a little side mission. But like I was saying, there is no individuals of the Native American community matching the copper color. None. All right, so let's go ahead to the next drop. Now, even when we dealing with the Peruvians, it says the Peruvians are not tall of stature. but are tolerable, well proportioned. Basically saying they're medium. All right. And it says they have the nose aquiline. The forehead narrow, the head well furnished with black hair, coarse and fleet. What they say, their head is coarse. Their hair is coarse. They don't have their goat hair. They don't have the goat hair. Keep saying it. And the complexion between red and olive. So when they said the olive, is they talking about damn green olives? Is they saying green olives? They're trying to say they nose look like a white person nose. They nose does not look like that at all. But we go to the etymology dictionary. Let's see what aquiline means. Because I never even tapped into that. Let's tap into it. So they saying like a bird nose, like a hook nose. They're still not like theirs. Meaning pertaining to an eagle. Okay. 1 second. Here we go. Somebody said yes, green olives. No, they ain't talking about no green olives. But when it's dealing with the nose, they talk about like a bird, like beak like. And you know they don't have that. Because the beak is wide, not narrow. So let's go to the Spanish olive. A Spanish olive or an olive from Portugal. Is they talking about a Spanish olive? I mean, is they talking about like an olive like you green? Have you ever seen a freaking green person before? And we not talking about no olive that was dipped into some vinegar that gave it its green or like a dark greenish dead color. We're not talking about that. What we talking about, what's up, Tim? What's up? But we're not talking about that. So let's talk about the Spanish olives on trees. What they look like. The Spanish olives on trees. Okay, here we go. This is a good representation of it. Okay, it's gonna keep recycling through. Okay, I want to get the green ones together. Yeah, y'all already see it. Y'all already see. All right, this I guess this is a perfect one. I want to, yeah, let's zoom in. Ah, shoot. Let's go. I guess that's good enough. Okay, y'all can see the green olives and y'all can see the brownish red olives as well. I'm gonna have to zoom all the way back out because that's not gonna do it for me. I need a better looking one. Well, I guess y'all can see. I guess that's fine. So fed us up. What's up, the Godfather? What's up, brother? yellow, brown, and dark brown. No, cause look, check this out. The olives isn't yellow brown. There is no yellow brown olives. See, you see how my arm look? That's what you call a yellow brownish or whatever. And my face is kind of like a reddish. I'm kind of two-tone in a sense. But my arm, if you can see it, it's like a yellow brownish. Well, the way I'm looking at it. It probably might look different for you. But other than that, no, they're not a yellow brownish. When we talk about Native Americans, they are fallow, pale red, pale yellow. But as you can see, if you see the olives, you see green. Do you see people that look like this? Do we see anybody looking like Yoda? We see anybody looking like that? We talking green olive now. We talking green olives. Whenever the Native Americans keep talking about, oh, I'm olive color, and they go straight to their Walmart and they pick up a jar of olives and they see these like discolored green olives inside of a jar that been sitting in vinegar. And we know vinegar destroys the color of basically fruits and vegetables. It makes it, you know what I'm saying, lighter in a sense. Or I guess it kind of fades the color away when you set something inside vinegar. But is this what the Native Americans talk about they look like? Is that what they're talking about? Because that's the green olives. We talk about olives. Now look at the other olive. It's like a darkish, brownish olive. Here's a better color of it. There it is right there. We still looking at Spanish olives. These are Spaniards going to Peru. So when you say I'm olive color, what olive you talking about? What olive are you talking about? All right. So when they describe somebody as olive colored, I'm going to type in 3 types of olives like you said. But when they said olive color and y'all read these books, you see what it says right here? We still got somebody looking like that. We got black olive, we got green olive, it still says green. All of it still says green until we got the red. Here go the other one. That's the 3 types of olives right there. That's brown, we got black, and we got green. Here we go again. Same ones. We got some more right here. Here's some more of them. We got green. We got a darker green. We got another type of green. We got another like a middle type of green or whatever. But the rest of them is like a dark and a brown color. So what olive is the Native Americans? We trying to figure that out. Because when it says black olives down here, I'm sorry, but we have all those complexions. All of those complexions is literally in the melanated beings' color code, or whatever you want to say, our complexions. We have all those complexions. But which one of these olives up here match your complexion, Mr. Native American, Mr. Apache, Mr. Navajo? And you can't be Blackfoot. I see a lot of y'all here claiming you Blackfoot. Did you know why they call them Blackfoot? Y'all made up that fake story talking about, oh, we stumped our foot in the soil and that's what made our feet black. Bro, everybody had their feet in the soil. Why wasn't everybody labeled Blackfoot? Come on now. Stop the cap. You know why they was called Blackfoot. For the Native Americans out here talking about they Blackfoot. You're not Blackfoot. And that wasn't even their real name to begin with. So I'm just tapping into South America. South America, they was labeled as copper color, black, whatever you want to say it. But we diving into, man, a monthly record of anthropological science. We talking 1939. It says the Negro skeletal remains from Indian sites in the West Indies. The recent paper in this journal by Baxton, Trevor, and Julian, man, in 1938, volume 47, implies that an undeformed Negroid physical type inhabited the Virgin Islands in pre-Columbian times. Not only is this implication contrary to previously accepted findings for the interlinear area, as will be shown later, but it is, hold on, this shit is bloggy like a mug. But it also fails to give an adequate consideration to the possibility of these skeletal remains representing intrusive Negro burials. Hey, have y'all seen the video of the brother from I think Louisiana? They said something about, hey, they flooded New Orleans because they discovered a huge black Indian burial grounds in New Orleans. And they was like, hey, they probably blew up the dam because of that. It's a possibility, man. It's a huge possibility, man. You never know. But I believe it, because when we want to prove, if you want to prove that you're an Indian, I wouldn't start with Virginia, all because of Walter Plecker. I wouldn't start with Virginia. If you got ancestors in Louisiana, I would start right there, because those facts down there is undisputed. You cannot debunk no Indian from Louisiana. That's why Native Americans shut the hell up when it comes down to Louisiana, because they know for a fact they wasn't on the other side of the Mississippi. That wasn't even nowhere near the Mississippi. Come on now, y'all. They stayed in them deserts. But it also fails to give the adequate consideration of the possibility of these skeletal remains representing intrusive Negro barriers. The mere presence of skeletons in a sand or shell mound with the dang, I can't even say the freaking word, man. Accompanying artifacts. My bad. Say it, bro. Just say it. It says, moreover, I venture to say that few physical anthropologists are familiar with American Indian skulls. And it says, would mistake for Indians those illustrated by Baxton, Trevor, and Julian. Indeed, most physical anthropologists would probably be less conservative and say Negro instead of Negroid. So where are they talking about? They talking about Barbados. And it says, I support the opinion that these authors are describing Negroes. I wish to present a similar case from Barbados, British West Indies. You know what I'm saying, man? So the shit get deep, bro. It get deep, bro. I'm telling you, they finding skulls. They finding Negroid fossils. Let me go to it. The Guadalupe woman. They finding fossils of us that's being taken. They're taking it off the shelves, man. They're taking it off the British Museum shelves. You know why? Because our fossils predates Darwinism. Yes, TikTok is, man, TikTok, bro. I can't stay at TikTok. I really can't. Sometimes I be dreading to go live on TikTok because look how they act, man. They take you down as soon as you oppose somebody or hurt somebody's feelings. As soon as somebody becomes sympathetic and mess like that, get emotional and shit, they try to go get our community to shadow ban us. And shoot, don't you dare talk about a woman on there. Don't you dare talk about the ABC Club on there. Whew, they coming for you tough. They're coming for you big tough on TikTok to censor you. Man, this shit is just, it's amazing, man. I can't believe it. But yeah, this is the fossil. This fossil was dated to be 25 million years old, the Guadalupe woman. Let me show you that. It says that before the British invasion, many skeletons of ancient animals and only one human skeleton were found in a place by the French. And the modern dating of this layer gives 28 million years. That is, the layer was formed 25 million years before the appearance of such a man. Now check this out. The bottom one down here. It says a plate. I'm going to read this too. But it says a plate with a skeleton was brought to the British Museum in 1812. The scientist Carl Koenig, who examined the skeleton 2 years later, immediately ran into dating problems, confirming that it was a modern type of skeleton, but honestly admitting that he did not know how old it was. In those years, the study of the remains of ancient people was just the beginning. For example, the first bones of Neanderthals man were found only in 1857, and that's when Darwinism was popping off. So they found some bones before Darwin even made his theory in 1812, but they still proceeded with this monkey BS to try to say humans came from monkeys when they found the modern human bone. It's crazy. It's crazy. Peace. And yes, man, you get hella violations on TikTok, man. Shoot, you could post and talk about a dog or something and get mad. Talk about bullying, harassment. Who you bullying, harass? The dog, blah blah blah. Man, bro. TikTok is not for black people. I'm just be real. TikTok is not for us. TikTok is only for people that's ready to sympathize to other people's emotion, join the ABC Club, and care about their image. But me, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about my image. I don't care. If it's for knowledge and understanding, I don't care. If it's for truth, I don't care. It is what it is. You care about your image spitting this knowledge and understanding, man, I don't care. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still on TikTok too, but I'm trying to graduate to YouTube. I'm trying to make it to 10K. I'm almost there. I'm gonna start getting paid on YouTube. All I need is about 4,000 watch hours. I'm around almost 3,000 watch hours. So rack up 1,000 more, then I'll start getting paid for my videos. But you ain't gonna hear me cussing and all the other stuff like I did today. The only reason I'm doing all this stuff because, of course, this video is not monetized. This live is not monetized. But we're gonna jump right here. It says in support. Hello from Ohio. Hello. Halito. I'm just gonna say hello from the South, from the great Mississippi Empire. I'm gonna say that. And it says in support of the opinion that these authors are describing Negroes, I wish to present a similar case from Barbados, British West Indies. From a correspondence with Mr. E.M. Shellstone of Bridgeton, Barbados, it appears that in August 1933, he commenced an excavation, a sandy ridge about 50 yards from high water mark on the shore of the Chancery Lane on the southern coast of the island. This ridge proved to be a kitchen midden containing many objects of the Arawak workmanship. All right. Now, when they said, you already see at the top, she said, I want to describe the Negroes. The Negroes from where? Barbados. Why we don't see no Native Americans in the Caribbeans? The Native Americans swear up and down that Christopher Columbus, he came here and discovered us. They so mad at Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus ain't got shit to do with them. Christopher Columbus ain't the one that ran up to you Native Americans. He ain't the one. So why you talking shit to Christopher Columbus, the Sephardic Moor, the Sephardic Jew, the crypto Jew? Why you talking trash to Christopher Columbus when he ain't even ran into you Native Americans? He just came to Barbados. He came to the Caribbean. Y'all assholes wasn't out there. So what you mad for? What you mad for? They been knew about America. Plato of Alexandria knew about America. Greece and Rome knew about America. They found the Roman swords in Arizona. Excuse my Ebonics. Arizona. You know what I'm saying? They found Grecian and Roman swords in Arizona. Arizona, yo. You know what I'm saying? So shoot. The world knew about America. The only thing they did was recover America. They just captured America again. These people invaded way a super long time ago. They just came back again. And y'all fell for the get up. Y'all fell for the trickery. But this was common knowledge back then. All this stuff I'm talking, this was common knowledge. We just trying to make the common sense appear again. That's all we're trying to do. He said, West Indies, my people. Shout out, bro. Shout out. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, bro. He wasn't Eve. He wasn't Eve, the first person to come to America. Facts, big facts. But I'm saying, like, shoot, this is just, it's information, man. The world knew about America. America was a superpower back in those days, bro. America just failed. Along with Tartaria, everybody failed. You know what I'm saying? This is just a new age. And this age gonna fall again. Our kingdom gonna rise again. Whether you like it or not, after this cataclysm that's approaching, it's over with. All y'all going back underground. If this earth will allow you to go back underground, but y'all going back underground. Real talk. Y'all wasn't living in a place where y'all ain't had no sun, my boy. Y'all didn't have no sun. You was living in darkness. You ain't had no sun. Now, the stuff I'm saying right now, ain't no way I can say it on TikTok. They would have pulled the plug in 3.5 seconds as soon as I would have said that. It would a community guideline violation. You know what I'm saying? But it's no hate to your other nations. It's just y'all messed up, bro. When the high power gave you the power to rule, you messed that up. You should have did right. We probably would have gave you a couple of more 100 years as long as you did right. But you ain't did right. So now you got to go. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? We return back to who we was. We talking about the God within ourselves now. We know what a high power is now. It's within us. The only way we can access him or her, the Most High. We got to look within ourselves, and that's what we all find it out. That's why we keep calling ourselves God. God is. What's up, God? What's up, Lord? What's up, Lord? What's up, God? What's up, my Amaru Khan? What's up, my Ohoyo Miko? Man, we know the God was within us. The only thing we got to do is cleanse ourselves and return back to him so we can, you know what I'm saying, vibrate high like they say. Vibrate high like they say. It's in biblical scriptures. It's in the Buddhist manuals. It's in everything. God within you. They want you to look up, but he within you. You know what I'm saying? And the only way he don't work is unless your body is unclean. If your body unclean, you eating all this defiled stuff, the God can't work within you. So therefore, your God is dormant within you. It's immobile. It can't do shit because your body is unclean. And that's what we call naturalism. It's naturalism. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be praying to yourself. You're supposed to be praying to yourself. But it says, Arawak workmanship. It says among other things encountered in the site was a skeleton lying on its left side at about 20 inches under the surface. Mr. Shelston believed this skeleton to be that of an Arawak Indian. And it says in 1937, it said presented it as such to the U.S. National Museum. You know they got rid of that. Upon reconstructing the skull from the many fragments in which it was received in Washington, I felt justified in calling it a Negro. A Negro. For reasons that will appear from the following description. Shall I read the following description? I don't think it really matters if I read this following description because we got what we needed. We got what we needed. We know what the Arawak Indians is. They're Negroes. So when you go to Google and type in Arawak Indians, why the hell a Native American come up? See, when you go to Google and type in these people, okay. No. I stand corrected. No, I don't stand corrected. You bastards. You bastards. They just said the Arawak Indians are Negroes. Who the hell are you? Y'all are Pacific Indians. What the hell are you doing here? You came here from the Pacific slave trade. Who the hell are you? It's either you came here from the Pacific slave trade or you came here through Kublai Khan's dynasty when you invaded America in the 13th century. Who the hell are you? Or you must have came through California's gold rush through the Great Immigration after the Indian Removal Act. So like I'm saying, who the hell are you? Look at you. Y'all ain't no damn Arawak Indians. Everybody on the West Coast that has the Native American complexion, you are not from here. Y'all are not from here. Eskimos. They already deemed y'all as Eskimos and Mongolian Indians, or Mongolian Americans in the 16th century. All of you are branches of the Eskimos. You are not from America, and you have not been here no 20,000, no 10,000 years. You've been here under 1,000 years. Literally under 1,000 years. So I don't know where y'all getting this information from. The same, what you call colonizing mindset, colonizing literature. The same colonizing literature, I like to call it new colonizing, neo-colonizing, are nothing more than estimations. Nothing more than estimations, a guess. They guess at how long you've been here. Like I said, I could put my guess at 1 billion years. I could put my guess at 1 billion years, bro. And you would still pick that up and run with it. It's crazy, dog. It's real crazy. But look, this is what you call the original Yucatan. Don't you dare call them an Aztec, because an Aztec is an Asian. It's a fake tribe. Sorry. Because look, he's melanated from the Chichen Itza. The Chichen Miru. The Chichen Itza Miru. We talking melanated man. The original man of the so-called mixing pot, Mexico. You tell me, are you the original? Because as soon as we bring out this information, you start bitching and crying. You start doing all that. Calling us wabos. Calling us all these things, derogatory terms. Because you been proven wrong. We going to this literature right here called The Prehistoric Man, the Human Race and its dispersions. How long dispersions or whatever. If we're gonna jump down, to a long newspaper. How far should I go? Yeah, we're gonna start right here. We talking about the original. It says, after correlating all data that have been made public to the present time, the conclusion is unavoidable that the oldest civilization was in Yucatan in Central America. Poor City, what happened to your pyramids of Giza? What happened to your great pyramids that's dated to be 10,000 years old? In this old newspaper, it said that the Yucatan in Central America has the oldest civilization. The oldest. It says future discoveries may change this conclusion. They already went to Egypt by this time. They already went to the pyramids of Giza. They already went to the Great Pyramids by this time. So what future discovery outdo Yucatan? None. It's 2023. And if they do, they lying. They capping because it's going to give us another estimation. But it seems that Egypt was first people by immigrants from Yucatan. It seems that Egypt was first people by immigrants from Yucatan. Space will allow only a few facts that clearly indicate the truth of its assertion. First, the pyramids of Yucatan are some of them much larger than any found in Egypt. That of the Cheops, not except. Second, the pyramids of Egypt bear structural evidence of having been modeled on those of Yucatan, notably of the one at Coloma, which covers 23 acres. No Mongolian ain't doing this naturalistic. They not even have natives. What are you getting this from? They not even have natives. Y'all wasn't doing this. All y'all was doing was chilling in your teepees and waving your hand over the land, which y'all started doing recently. Then y'all came up here and said, oh, the name of the place called Turtle Island. Y'all said that shit in 1970. And I found the book that said Amaraka Kapana in the 16th century. Y'all ain't made none of this up. Quit trying to get credit from America because you not in America. If you was in America, you was in the caves in America underground. But other than that, you was not on the surface. You ain't did nothing influential on the surface that everybody else in the world is doing. You have not. America inspired Africa. How you think they got their pyramids? How you think they got their corn? How you think they got their pineapples? How you think they got the rice? How you think they got the yam? Y'all don't even cook these things. You don't cook the yam. Y'all don't cook the squash. You don't cook the green beans with the mashed potatoes and man, y'all don't do that. That's our stuff. That's what we call soul food. That's our culture. And that is Indian culture. That's our stuff. Come on now. When they came to America and they discovered the American spices, these people down there had a seizure, got how good our food tastes over here in the Amaruka. They wasn't talking about you Native Americans. Because if that was the case, we see a Native American shop everywhere. Y'all food ain't hitting like us. Just be real. Just be real. Your food not hitting. It's not hitting the spot. It's not hitting the spot. So I don't know what y'all known for. The only thing I know you known for is just waving your hand on the land and you're calling it blessing. And that's not even blessing. So 1 second. Hold on. I would say. But like I said, y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing it the way how we doing it. It's just facts. If y'all want to be sad about it, get mad about what I'm saying, it is what it is. All right? But again, we can't say fake his history. Yeah, we can say fake his history now. We can say that now because that's what they teaching in school. But the things I'm showing you right here, they wasn't teaching this in school. They was not teaching this in school. When I was growing up in history, when I was growing up in history class, they did not teach me about Yucatan. They did not teach me about the Mayas and none of that growing up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all that went to school, they did not teach y'all about this either. They only taught y'all about slavery, George Washington, and what's that guy named? George Washington Carver, the guy that made the peanut butter or whatever. That's the only thing they really teach you when it comes down to history. And that's it. Just white excellence. That's it. That's it. So here go the other part. It says the early Egyptians and the Mayans of Yucatan had the same system of reckoning time, but the Mayas developed a system that was far superior, in which antedates that of Egypt's, right? And it says, fourth, the Mayas manufactured a cement that was of the same material as the ancient Egypt. Fifth, the architect of the Yucatan is of the same general type as that of the ancient Egypt, but it is finer in it and seems to have been the model that the Egyptians attempted to imitate, my bad. But it says the sixth, the art of both countries, as displayed in their Cremex and architect is of the same type of school, that of the Yucatan being much more highly developed. It said other facts could be easily given, but let these for the present suffice. And it says, as the race dispersed from Yucatan, all the way back up here. All the way back up here. If I butcher words, I don't care. Y'all can read it yourselves. Some stuff I'm not going to be able to say because it's not my vocabulary, but hey, I am not a freaking English teacher. I am not a grammar teacher. I'm not an English fanatic, spelling fanatic, reading fanatic. It is what it is, because y'all can read the same thing. But it says, many arts were lost, and finally civilizations became practically a thing of the past. Let's see, we'll skip on down. Phenomenon, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, so now it says, according to one of these traditions, a portion of the Mayas about 4,000 years ago rebelled against the ruling king and finally withdrew to the north. Now, this next part, y'all, right here, this next part, this joint crazy, because I'm telling y'all, Mississippi, Louisiana Valley, and that stretched all the way to Arkansas and also to Texas, and also up there to Missouri too. I'm telling y'all, all these Mexicans and all that, they be getting mad when y'all call yourselves the Mayas and stuff. It's because they know the truth. They know that y'all are the Mayas. But here we go. Watch this part. This branch seems to have passed along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico and to have reached Louisiana and the lower Mississippi Valley between by 30,000 years to 35,000 years ago. Dodge the hijack. This estimations. Space will allow but little in the way of the proof of this last assertion. Now, guess what? Again, Hurricane Katrina. They discover a huge burial ground of black Indians in Louisiana. Now you know that the Mayas went to Louisiana. The Mayas went to Louisiana to settle, and also Mississippi. Could it be that they found the Mayas' burial grounds and they seen what was in those burial grounds was Negroes? Negroes, Mayas? Just here to make you think. Shout out Dan Calloway. But it says, let me go real quick. Like I said, y'all know that the Mayas are in Louisiana and Mississippi. So if you got ancestors, if you got family members in Louisiana that always been in Louisiana, that always been in Mississippi, that always been in Georgia and all these other places, 9 times out of 10, you have blood descent to the Central America. 9 times out of 10. So I'm just saying, there's more to your bloodline that you don't know, but these other nations do know. And the more you learn, you're going to see why all these nations despise you, because you come from a great line of people. Not even if you're not noble, you still come from a great line of nations. These people are jealous of you. They looking at the Mayas every day. They looking up the ancient Yucatan every day. They looking at the ancient Israelites every day. And they like, dang, I'm looking at these ancient people right now. I'm mad as hell that I'm not them. They be jealous as hell. And they try to take your identity. They're trying to take your identity, y'all. And when you reclaim it back, oh, you're not that. The pushback and the racism is so real. They don't want you to know who you really is. I'm telling you, when y'all bloodline go deep, it go real deep. People, man, the Chinese people, they mad that you got that Buddha blood. They mad that you got the real Buddha blood. That all that stuff was about you. And they see America as one big missing pot of all these ancient people. The world is jealous. When you have all the bloodlines of these ancient people in the world, then the slave trade, it's their fault. They the ones did it. They made the slave trade. We didn't want to end up mixing with all the ancient people in the world. It's not our fault. It ain't our fault that we have all these bloodlines. It's y'all fault. Y'all the ones did this. Off some hating stuff, off some coloristic stuff. So now you're hating that you wish you was these people. It says the United States government observations made daily since 1872, if I remember correctly, gives the annual amount at 57,872,000 cubic yards per year. By this unit, these graves are at least 29,000 years old. They telling you about the graves they found in Mississippi and Louisiana, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. This is y'all. From the lower Mississippi, these people spread over much of the central portions of North American continent, especially throughout the valleys of the Ohio and Mississippi and the Lake region. They seem to have been the original mound builders. Mayak. Many thousands of years after they left Yucatan, there was another great influx of people from Yucatan that passed north through the center of the continent. From the last descendants, the so-called Toltecs, Aztecs, and their modern successors, the Pueblos. See, look, they're going to hijack. But somebody told me on TikTok that the original Pueblos and the Zionese, I don't know who the last one is, they told me that those people were melanated people too. They had got their identity hijacked too. It's a possibility. But I don't know shit about the Pueblos. I just know that that's a Spanish word. But it says the last wave rolled on toward the north until it met a reflex wave from the mound builders. Settlements further north, and then a terrible war was waged. What war? We're always talking about a great war that took place, but nobody never dived into it. So I'm telling y'all, man, I think that's enough what I'm gonna read from here. That's enough what I'm read from here. If y'all want to get this newspaper, if you want to get this shot, I hope the quality is good to y'all. I hope the quality look good to y'all. If it don't look good, manipulate your that wrench tool, turn it up to 1080p or more, because I got my settings on high, so you should be able to see it good. But it's called The Prehistoric Man, the Human Race and its Dispersions. Yeah, my bad. Messed that up. Oh well, but proof that America is the old world. Because not only I'm proving that y'all are the original Indians, but I'm also proving that America is the old world. Darwinism is fake. We're going into the book, The Forbidden Histories of the Americas. Speak on the Toltec. There are Toltec pyramids in Arkansas. My daddy told me. Yep, and I actually visit one too. When I was traveling to Arkansas, I actually seen the Toltec ones. And there's pyramids all over Arkansas, Mississippi, and Missouri. I'm telling you. But when I went to Arkansas, when I visited Arkansas, I did see it. I did see those. I did see them. So I know you're telling the truth. I know you telling the truth. I'm just gonna go to. This was from my live on TikTok, but I'm just gonna go to where I'm at. At a place. I'm gonna read this right here. I'm just gonna read about one or two of them, dealing with certain fossils that was found here in America. It says more finds made in the last century were similarly reported and promptly forgotten. The Saturday Herald of Iowa City carried an article that on April 10, 1867, human remains and artifacts were brought to light at the Rocky Point mine in Gilman, Colorado. At a depth of 400 feet below the surface, excavators found human bones embedded in a silver vein. Along with the bones was found a well-tempered copper arrowhead. My people, copper arrowhead, copper color, was best as can be calculated. The vein in which the items were situated was 135 million years old by present geological standards. I'm telling you, we ancient people, life started in America. I keep telling y'all, life started in America. Civilizations started in America. All of that started in America, man. I keep telling y'all. Go back. Nah, not this. I'm not gonna bring that out. Not yet. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Even the word Negro, it means a dark-skinned person of any origin. In early U.S., usually was used usually with the reference to American Indians, Native Americans. When were you ever called Negroes? On your birth certificate, was you reclassified as Negroes in color? If so, since the ones that did not relocate to those reservations, Native American, please show me documentation of you being reclassified as Negroes in color. I would love to see that. I'll pay you $50. I want to see that. Because none of you, I mean none of you, was ever called colored or Negroes. So based off just the rule of derogatory terms, you lost that battle too. And not to mention a lot of y'all getting kicked out of y'all reservations. Y'all can't even prove who y'all was before the 1800s. A lot of y'all don't even have those documents because you never did have those documents because there was a lot of fakery going on. Y'all was paying people to get in those reservations. The Conquest of the Continent by Madison Grant. Do I want to read this one? No. It says other European nations suffered similarly from the abolition of slavery. Abolition, I think it's abolition of slavery in their American colonies. It says undiluted white blood has almost disappeared in Jamaica and Puerto Rico, while the natives of the Virgin Islands were nearly all Negroes and mulattoes. When they said mulattoes, they wasn't talking about mixed with white people. And y'all need to understand when I talk about white people today. And you need to understand during this time period, what did white really mean? It did not mean white skin. It was a status. A lot of Moors that came over here, there were crypto Jews, crypto Moors, hidden Roman Catholics, hiding their beliefs, but they was truly in the faith of Islam. They was labeled as white, even though they had melanin skin. But when you got a big mixing pot taking place in the Caribbeans, you got Africans, you got the original Indians, and you got Moors, and they all mixing together. They become this word mulatto. They became mulatto. The American nations on the outlines of national history of the ancient and modern nations. And it says right here, there are formerly in America as now tribes of all complexions as elsewhere. Yellowish. Yellowish. Native American, that's you. Yellowish, because you're not brown. Stop calling yourself brown people. Olive, I already showed you what olive was. Coppery, I showed you what copper is. Tawny, what is tawny? Tawny. Tawny, a tanned color. 14th century. What is a tanned color? It says a brownish, yellowish, tan, like brownish, yellowish of tan leather. What is tan leather? They said like tan leather. So let's see what tan leather look like. Who matched the complexion of tan leather? Let's see. Tan leather. Wow. So this is tawny. Who is that color? Let's look at all this. We got black. We got neutral, vegan tag, veg tag, English tan. These are different tans, right? But it says tan leather. Let me type in tawny leather. Tawny leather. What will pop up? Tawny leather. Wow. Who is that color? Who matches the complexion of tawny leather? You tell me. It's tawny leather. Who is that? Y'all know who it is. Red and brown. That's like a red brown. You're, like ruddy. Incarnate. What is incarnate color? Incarnate. Oh, shoot. Incarnate color. What is incarnate? Incarnate. So they saying this is incarnate, like a red still, like you red. What's incarnate people? Is they talking about like pink people? Oh, they talk about incarnate like Jesus Christ, like Jesus, like Serapis Christus. That's incarnate. We gotta go to the etymology. Cause Google like playing games. I gotta see. Is incarnate like white people? Is that what really incarnate is, or is that like an albino? I gotta know. Incarnate. It says, let's see. Made flesh, to make flesh. It ain't, why they saying, shoot, I guess I'm never gonna know. Unless I pick up my dictionary, my etymology dictionary, my Webster. Oh, that's what I could do. Noah Webster. Noah Webster, 1828. Let me see. Let me see what they say. Incarnate. Damn it. To cloth with the body. Skyline of a red color, flesh color. So, as they say of a flesh color, then they're talking about red again. So is they talking about of a flesh color as in your skin is transparent like a white person today? Or like how you saying mix, to mix? Or is they just talking about you're of more of a red color, like a red tint? All right. But it says or white. We know when we talking white in old America, we talking about albinoism. And even blackened or Negro like. So we got all complexions popping off in America, not just one color. I think I'm gonna end it right there. But I'm glad that I can drop a lot of knowledge on y'all today. It wasn't really much, but it's good for my first live on YouTube. It was good for my first live on YouTube. We racked up almost 27 people in here. It's good for a beginner for YouTube. That's fine. I'm still racking people up. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And those of y'all that actually did send me something in my Cash App, I appreciate that too. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'm going to go ahead and end the live here. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So we're going to go ahead. Stop streaming.